All right, we are on lesson 95. Today would be Wednesday, March 18th. Your homework tonight is the practice set in multiples of 3. We are doing this lesson, slant heights of pyramids and cones. Okay, so here we go. Gonna take some artistic expression from me in this lesson, so bear with me a little bit. So we are going to find the slant height of pyramids and cones, and first let's talk about what the slant height is. Okay, so if I have a pyramid, probably could do something with the whiteboard. All right, but here is my pyramid. Okay, so I have this pyramid here, and I want to find the slant height, all right? So I know, up until today, we know that this is our base, and our height is going to be the distance from the base to the highest point, all right? And so we've called this the height. I know Mr. Meert likes to call it the altitude. Both work, right? In fact, altitude probably is a little bit better way of describing this, especially now when we add in the slant height. So I'm going to change real quick color. We'll go black. So our slant height is going to be the diagonal distance from the apex to one of the bases, okay? And so this black is our slant height. Okay. And it is, I think your book describes it as the diagonal distance between base and the apex, the highest point, all right? So let's take a look at a cone, I guess. All right. So if we want to find the cone, might be a little bit easier to see. So the slant height of a cone. All right. Here's my cone. Okay. So again, the circle is our base. Our height will be the distance from the base to the highest point, okay, and our slant height, go black again, our slant height is just from here to here, okay? So this whole lesson is going to be asking you to find the length of the slant height, all right? And it's actually easier than it may look, okay? So I'm going to go to a new slide. Reach the end, so let's add another. All right. So for a second, I'm going to use this our geometric shapes here. So here's my pyramid, and I want to find the slant height. So again, the slant height is going to be my distance from here to here, or from here to here on a diagonal, right? So what we're going to do to find that is we are actually going to take a cross section. So we're going to look at this as a 2-dimensional shape. And so what I'm going to do is simply just look at this portion. So I just take one of the sides of my pyramid, it's a triangle, and I was trying to find the distance from here to here, right? So all I'm going to do is use the Pythagorean theorem to do that, okay? So let's take a look. All right. So here we go, right? So if I were to take a cross section, let me go back. I can probably fit it in here. A cross section of this pyramid, right? It would simply be this. Okay, so here's our cross section. All right, and where I'm sorry, I may have misspoken on my shape. So where this is our base, right? Our height is here, right? That's our height. And now our slant height, right, is going to be this length. All right, so I can find that by, as you can see, doing the Pythagorean theorem. All right, so all over here, right, our cross section is going to be a triangle as well. I'm probably blocking you. All right, sorry guys. Right, and it's going to be the same thing. Okay. All right, so we have the base, the height, and then our slant height is really the hypotenuse, right? So that's your slant. All right, so let's do a couple. Okay, so I'm gonna go to the next slide. All right, so here's our first example. Number one. Mark our cylinder, our cone. All right, and I want to find the slant height. If I know that the base is 6 and the height is 4. Okay, let's find the slant height. So pause it, see if you can figure it out. All right, all I'm going to do is envision this as a triangle, the cross section. All right, my base is 6. My height is 4. All right, so I need to find this. This is what I'm looking for. Okay, so what I'm going to do is say, hey, this is a right triangle, right? So I can take this right triangle out of here, which would be this side, and say, all right, I know that the height is 4. And the base, I cut this in half, right? So it's not 6, it's 3. I'm just using this side. Well, what's my hypotenuse? Hopefully this jumps out to you. This is a 3, 4, 5. All right, I could do the Pythagorean theorem as well. 3 squared plus 4 squared equals x squared. But again, I think we're good enough to recognize our 3, 4, 5 Pythagorean triple. All right, let's try another. Number 2. Okay, going with a pyramid here. So we got something like that. That's a bad pyramid. All right, I know that the base is 16 and the height is 6. All right, what is the slant height? Again, I'm going to make a cross section. It's going to be a triangle. And I know the base is 16. The height is 6. Again, I'm going to just solve for this. This is what I'm looking for, my slant height. So this, when I split it up, would be 6 and 8. And I'm looking for x. All right, so I could do 6 squared plus 8 squared here equals x squared. There's your Pythagorean theorem. 36 plus 64 equals x squared. 100 equals x squared. X equals 10. Again, we've gone over that x squared equals 100 should have 2 solutions, but I know that my only solution that fits in this problem is positive 10 because I can't have a negative side length. All right, let's try another. Let's go with a cone. All right, so we have a cone, so number 3. Here's our cone. And I know that the base is 10 units long and the height is 8. Pause it, give it a shot. I'm gonna keep moving. Make a cross section. Base is 10. Height is 8. This forms our right triangle. Okay, so I take it to the side. I'm just looking at the right side. I could do the left side too. I know that this is 8. This is 5. All right, again, half of 10. So now I'm looking for x. Well, I got to do the Pythagorean theorem here. So we get 5 squared plus 8 squared equals x squared. 25 plus 64 equals x squared. 89 equals x squared. X equals the square root of 89. Simplify that. I don't think I can. All right. So there is your answer. Okay. One more in our last one. Another pyramid. Proven to be very poor at drawing these. A little bit better. Getting there. All right, here we go. My base is 40. My height is 10. What is the slant height? Pause it, see if you can figure it out. We're gonna make a cross section. Now my base is 40. My height is 10. So this gives me a right triangle of 20, half of 40, and 10. I'm finding x. 20 squared plus 10 squared equals x squared. 400 plus 100 equals x squared. I'm running out of room. Sorry guys. X equals the square root of 500. X equals 10 root 5. That would be the simplest form of root 500. All right, that's it. Good luck. Again, practice set and multiples of 3s. I believe what I said at the beginning of the video. All right, fellas, have at it.